the Ringgold Band video series, Ringgold Rapid Responses. In this series, we'd like to introduce you to members of the band outside of their performing duties. So my name is Cindy Miller-aungst, former president of the band, and with me today is Kurt Schneiderhan. Hi, Kurt.
Hi, Cindy. How are you doing?
I'm great. It's
Good.
so good to see you. It's so
You too.
good to see any members of the band. We've been, haven't been together since March, and certainly thought it would happen.
It's weird.
It is.
It's very weird.
It's very strange. So, what section of the band do you play in?
The bassoon section, the mighty bassoon section.
The mighty bassoon, and a very large section that is, isn't it?
Yeah, all two of us.
All two of you with your cohort in crime. I believe Carol did an interview not too long ago with Patty.
Oh, did she?
So now after this, our viewers will know the entire bassoon section.
There you go. There you go.
Do you serve the band in any other capacity other than playing?
No, not really. Other than helping at jobs, to clean up and set up. That's about it right now.
And that's very important. So how long have you been with the band?
Wow. Well, I played early in my career for a few years, back in the early 80s when I started teaching back here at Schuylkill Valley. And then we had a family, and then I was involved with musicals and marching band and jazz band. And so I took a long time off from playing. And then I just joined again in 2016 when I retired from teaching.
When you retired. I'm going to take this question out of order since we sort of started talking about it. What is your career, or what was your career? You can answer both of those questions.
I taught music, high school band at Schuylkill Valley, 34 years. I taught 1 year in Johnstown right out of college. So I retired after 35 years.
Wow.
Did 35 musicals, 35 football seasons. Lots of concerts, all good stuff.
I'll tell you what, and if you're not a family member of a student in marching band or have a spouse involved in teaching and directing, you just have no idea what that is. The time commitment.
And actually, for everybody who's going to watch this, they should know that you actually helped me my first year or two.
Oh my goodness, yes I did.
Remember that?
I do. I copied some music, and I helped you with, I think, band camp. You recruited from our IUP classmates.
That's right. That's right.
we had a good.
You did.
But now you said you retired from Schuylkill Valley, but you're not totally retired.
Well, I work part-time for Lothers Music Store, so I'm a rep to the Berks County Schools, and I was directing the band at Alvernia. That's sort of gone by the wayside, at least for now. Hopefully it'll come back, but we don't know. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You decided not to have the band through this, or
I think they just decided not to run it this semester, at least.
Okay.
So I think nobody was taking it for credit, which wasn't unusual. Nobody took it for credit last year, but I think with the circumstances and everything, they just decided not to run it this year. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll come back. It was a nice little group to work with.
Yes, it was. It was fun, I think.
Yeah.
It was a small group. But is Alvernia virtual, or are they in?
No, I believe they're there. I believe they're there. Yeah.
Right.
I think it's probably a mixture of things. But Carol, my cohort in crime on the bassoon, she retired now. So she retired from Alvernia in August.
I didn't realize. I should have watched her interview. I didn't get to her yet.
So there's some change going on there. So we'll see.
Right.
Well, see what happens.
Especially if you enjoyed it, I hope it does come back. And for the kids there, I think.
I enjoy playing, but for 35 years I was still the one standing in front of a group, so I sort of miss doing that a little bit. So.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. Okay. Yeah. So, do you remember your first gig with the band, or do you have a most memorable performance with the band?
No, I knew you were going to ask me this question. So, no, when I think back when I first started playing, the first thing that comes to my mind are the French fries at Hill Church. And the second thing is that insane band shell up at Haynes Church, where you can whisper across the other side. But Those things were stuck out. But
Right.
something funny, and I don't know if you'll find this funny or not, but soon after I stopped playing, must have been in the late 80s, we used to carpool with a bunch of teachers from Schuylkill Valley, and Bruce Schonauer was one of them, a former band member, and your former band director.
Yes, my mentor.
And, yeah. And I think the band was going to go to Vicksburg. Do you remember that? Somebody was going to, I don't know if it was the Historical Society or somebody was going to take the band all the way to Vicksburg for some kind of Civil War festival or something. I don't even remember what it was.
Right. Uh-huh.
That you don't remember that?
No, I might not have been in the band then.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. But so we got in the car and Bruce starts talking about this trip and now there was a chorus teacher in there. I'm not going to mention names, but you know who they all are.
Okay.
There was a shop teacher and a math teacher turned principal. 5 of us in the car. And we started talking about where exactly is Vicksburg. Well, we had Vicksburg everywhere on the North American continent, except for where it really is. We failed geography so poorly that day. I know. Oh my gosh! Yeah, all because the Ringgold Dam was going to go there.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Some very, very good times. Very good times.
Absolutely.
So now I asked about your present and past occupation, but do you want to tell us a little bit about your family?
Oh, sure. My wife, Carol Ann, is a former music teacher. She taught at Wilson and Governor Mifflin.
My former roommate in college.
That's right. I forgot about that. And she took an early retirement from teaching to be our pastor of administration at our church, at West Lawn United Methodist Church. Mm-hmm. And she's still doing that. And then we have 3 kids. Laura is our oldest. She lives just 2 blocks from us and has 2 kids. So it's great. We get to see them all the time.
Oh my goodness. I didn't realize they were so close to you.
Yeah. And she's a speech therapist and a photographer. And she also works part-time for our church doing social media things. And her husband, Greg, is the chorus teacher at Twin Valley High School. Mm-hmm. So that's it's a cool thing. Then our son, Eric, is married to a woman who works for the government, and they just moved to Switzerland for 2 years, to Geneva. Wow. So that's exciting. It's sad, but exciting. So we hope to be able to travel to see them soon. They have a boy, Jonah, little boy. And then our youngest daughter, Amy, is a 4th grade teacher at Schuylkill Valley. And she married a former student of ours, Dan Schumann, and he's a tech teacher up there. Or not a tech teacher, a tech coach, technology coach.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, does she live close by also?
She lives about a mile away. You could walk to her house too, but you can definitely ride a bike to her house.
Right. That's great. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, when the band gets back together again, and hopefully sooner than later, is there any particular piece that you are really looking forward to playing?
Oh, gosh. You mean anything? Things that we've played before, or things that we haven't played?
Yeah, anything.
You know, I like the old standard stuff. I like the whole suites and the good old band literature. Yeah. There's a couple of things that I never played. I don't know if the band ever played them. There's a piece called King of Love My Shepherd Is. It's a real pretty piece. It's actually a choral transcription based on the 23rd Psalm. It's very pretty. I'm going to suggest it to Chuck maybe. And another one called Hymn Variants by Alfred Reed. I don't know if you've ever played that one.
It sounds familiar that it might be in our library. We may have read it.
I like Alfred Reed a lot, and it's a good piece. So I miss playing that national game piece we were going to do for the spring concert too. I enjoyed that.
Well, the national game and Casey at Bat. That's
what I mean. That's what I meant. Casey at Bat.
It was really fun to play.
That was, I was a little bummed we couldn't play. Well, we'll get to it, I'm sure.
We will sometime. I know. Yeah. So, is there anything that you would like the Ringgold fans to know about the band?
Well, I think the most awesome thing about the band is it's not made up of just professional music people. It's so cool. It's people of all ages and all lines of work who just love playing their instrument, and they're just super dedicated to playing their instrument. That to me is just the coolest thing. And a lot of them are darn good.
You know, they are. And
They're good.
it's, you know, it's funny that you say that. Well, a lot of people are saying that, but when we were involved in the strategic planning process, in fact, the first strategic planning that I was involved in, and I think that goes back to 2008, we surveyed the members about lots of different things. And one was, why do you play? You know, why do you play with the Ringgold Band? And the top reason was because they just love to play, and they love to play with others. And I think not only Ringgold Band members, but musicians everywhere are hurting so much.
Oh, big time, big time. I couldn't wait to get back to church just to sing a little bit, which you're not supposed to do really, but
right. Oh, I know. And I still haven't been back. We're still doing, well, we finally started doing outside services, but I've just been contributing virtually, and there's only so many a cappella things that you can do on your own. You know, you really want to play with others. So. Well, Kurt, thank you so much for sharing your time and talking to us about your, you know, your life with and outside of the Ringgold Band.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for asking me.
So this is Kurt Schneiderhan and Cindy Miller-aungst signing off for Ringgold Rapid Response.